So, hello everyone. My name is Manon Doucette. I'm a published author, ambassador, teacher, and a lot of other things that a woman is. So, today is a class for people which are brand new to Sudowrite. And what we want to do with that, it's a 3-day to make sure that we get every part of Sudowrite for you to be comfortable and know how to navigate this fantastic program that we use for writing. I'm having Thomas to help me as a co-host. If we see someone else coming in, Thomas can let me know. I can put them as co-hosts too in our bunch of people. So we're at 20 people. Go, good. I want to know how many of you are brand new. So basically 1 week old on Sudowrite. You can put one in the chat or you can unmute and says, I'm new. 2, 3, 4.
I'm new.
Perfect. That's great. All right. Are you ready to learn? We'll try to learn slowly because we have a tendency to speak fast, and I'm going to try to slow down because I have an accent. So I will try to go slower and try to go through all of the 3 days on Sudowrite. Hi, John. Nice to see you. So let's start this show right now. Let's share that screen. Share desktop. All right. So what do you guys see exactly? So you see my Sudowrite in the front. Let's move this guy a bit. All right, so in the back we see that we're Discord. Everyone knows Discord, but we're going to show all that too. Okay. Is it big enough for you to see on your screen?
Yes.
Perfect, thank you. Because right now I lost the chat. I only see those squares. So you come here. And Thomas, you take care of the chat and let me know when things goes on because I don't have the chat on my screen. I only have the little square. Let's see if I can
Will do.
Perfect. All right. So we used to have the 101, 201, 301, and we find out that Sudowrite comes so big, so much information, so much things for you to learn in Sudowrite. It's very, very hard to keep up with all the little new tools and new toys that we have. So we did that and expanded on a 3-day session so everyone can feel comfortable after the 3 days. The reason I'm doing it today or this week, because next week I have the Write with Me. And next week I'm going to teach at the same time as I'm writing. Do you have a question, Thomas?
Somebody's asking, I think they're asking if you can make the screen text a little bit bigger.
Oh, I zoom in, but I don't think it worked the way it's supposed to. When we get inside of it, it's going to be in the big letter. Just so. All right, this is as big as I can go right now. Is that okay? All right. Okay, where was I? Okay, and next week I'm going to show you how to write basically a bio, but a romancing the bio. So basically someone passed away and you want to do their bio, you have all the information you need, but you don't have the person to add the dialogue. So that's basically what I want to do next week as a Write with Me. I'm going to write the story of my grandfather, which was a wood runner, a bit like Daniel Boone. And I'm going to put dialogue into his story that I have. The story is in French, so everything has to be translated in English for you guys. But it's going to be a lot of fun because you're going to learn how to work with the character, the world building, how to direct the AI to do the things you want, how to use the language for the AI to write in the language of those days, because it was in 1920 kind of thing. So it's not the same English that we have today, and even less when it's north of Quebec. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to learn next week. So with everything I'm going to show you this week, I want you guys to be very comfortable next week to do that. So if you can do that, trust me, you can kind of write anything in Sudowrite, anything. All right. So let's start by our basic screen. So we have people which are brand new. I need to get this up. Thank you. Get this over here. So we have our first screen when we come in. As you can see, I have a lot of projects that I'm working on, a lot of books that I also have published since I use Sudowrite. I have 6 books for children that I use Sudowrite to write with, and they are published. They are on Amazon. And I have 2 nonfiction free AI also on Amazon, plus a bunch of coloring books and things, other things there too. So Sudowrite definitely helped me because, as you know, my first language is not English, it's French. And sadly, at school, they didn't teach us to write properly or spell, for all that matters. So the AI for me was a lifesaver because, like my daughter said, Mom, you don't need more story. You have so much already in your head, and on the computer, you need to finish those story and those books. I have like probably 25 to 50 story that I need to finish and publish. So along with the 52 story for children that I have 6 books already published on Amazon. So, all right, less a bit about me, and let's keep going with this thing here. I'm going to share one of my file so you can follow a little bit with me. This is an old file, but it's always good to have and follow a little bit. It's, give me the copy, the link. Things change here. Hold on, it's giving me some difficulty. Don't know what that is. Go back here. Put that in the chat. Everyone in the meeting. Can you tell me if it works, Thomas?
Yeah, it just opened up for me.
Perfect, thank you. All right, let's get on this now. When we get to our first screen, we have all the things. When you come in, you probably only have 1 square or no square, and then you click new, you get a brand new document that will open for you. But before we go in the document, let's get on top here. The first thing that we have here is the what's new. This thing is very nice. When you click on it, there's a little pop-up showing up in the bottom here, which tells you what's new, what they work on, what they fix, the improvement they did. It's always very interesting to go see once we have things that says, oh, the things crash on me, and you go see, oh, they fix it and things like that. So it's a very nice little things to follow what's going on, because we cannot be always on the Sudowrite Discord and find things up. When we are working, we're working. When we're writing, we are very deep in the writing. I don't know if about you, but I am. The next one here is the search. Once you have so many documents like I do, you come at some point that it's very hard to find what you're looking for. If you have like and for me, it's like I get up in the morning and says, I feel like writing a book for the children. Well, it's not in my first few one here. So if I go and type the one I want, it's going to get me my children stories a bit lower down. So you just like that. So it's going to get you all the one which talk about children, and it's going to pop up so you can figure out which one you want at that point. It's very easy to search your own project that way. The next one here is our interrogation point. This one again, it's for the frequent asked questions. So it's not always easy to go on Discord when you are in the program and you want something quickly. You can come here and ask the AI about, let's see, like the credit example. I want to know about the credit. And the AI is going to pop up and is going to ask you a question. It's going to give you all the information you're looking for very quickly on the credit, how they work, the pricing, monthly, annually, and the number of credits you get, and more. So you can keep asking questions to the AI, and it's going to give you all the answer you're looking for on that. So this is a very nice little tool to use also quickly when you are working with Sudowrite. You have the introduction, you have all the manual, the feature, and they update it as they go. So a lot of information here. You can go videos to look at.
Sudowrite is the AI writing partner of your dreams, full of tools that help you get.
So this is Michael, our head of the teacher and ambassador, and he's giving us a lot of information through video also. Let's go back here. Discord. Everyone is on Discord?
No.
All right, so I strongly suggest you go on Discord. Click on it. When you open here, accept the invite, continue to Discord. You can have the app on your computer, your cell phone, your laptop, your iPad, or you can go it through the website like this one here. The Discord for Sudowrite, the first thing you're going to see is going to be the rules. Right now, it's not the rules because I've been here for a very long time. But you have the event, and the first thing you're going to get is the rules and introduce yourself. So basically, make your account with them and all that. It's going to give you all the event that's going on. Like right now, we are at the beginner guide for Sudowrite. And you can see in the background here, this is my app, which is also on right now. You have the event, you have the channels. You can choose the channels you want, basically. You guys see what I'm saying, right? Just make sure, because it's not always, yeah, okay. So if you are a person who write in mystery, sci-fi, and things like that, you can go and click and have just the stuff you want to read about. If you're not in there and says, I don't want erotica, I don't want horror, I don't like that stuff, or literally, just take them off or click them on, depending on what you're doing. So this way, your little bar here is going to be less populate, and then you get just the stuff you want to read about. For me here, I'm the one is also the head of the language, international language. And then I got this part here, which is a big part of my work at Sudowrite, all the other language. And then apparently I'm a pantser. I kind of both, but we cannot click both, so I leave it at that. So this is how you know how to get all those channels for you. Then you have the browse channel right here. We have over 50 channels. So you can choose those channels. You can just go undo the following the category, or you put it on for all category and you choose a category. You can go in and see what it is all about before you go in and figure out if you want to be in it. So it's all about Sudowrite. We have tons of channels to help you in so much that it's too much to tell you everything about it, but just go in and click on the little view here, and they're going to tell you about all these little channels on the side that if you're interested to go in. So that's the introduction here. So, and you have all the people who introduce themselves, and they tell you all the new, and you can mark as read, and then they're going to disappear. Any question on the Discord? We good?
Yeah, it's clear so far.
Perfect. Cool. The ask question and the read guide are totally, to me, they are basically the same thing. They kind of getting you all the information. You search the article. There's just no AI, I think, on this one. The AI is on the other one. So what you can search here without the help of the AI to go directly into what you're looking for, like a quick start manuals. And you get the same video than earlier with
Whether you write novels or not.
Michael. So it's very similar, just no AI on this one. Let's close that. Next, suggest feature. Suggest feature is once you know how to write in Sudowrite and you know exactly what you want, and it says, oh my God, there's something I really like. Like for me, I like Sudowrite to have a little special toggle somewhere here says language with the arrow down and says, I want to write today in French, in English, in German, in Spanish. That would be a suggestion that I did long ago since I'm with Sudowrite to get that done. That's what they mean by a suggestion here. So when you get in it, you can go here, says, okay, I have a suggestion. For me, it's language. Type language and see how many people ask for the same thing. So a functional language creator, add a markdown language fountain. So see if there's anyone else which did have the same kind of, so you can see we have 84 people. You can up already in. So if you click twice, check the number. If it goes down, that's because you're already in. You already said, yes, I need that too. Let's go this way. And you get all kind of things like that. So I can up all the one there I want, or I can add a new one. You can create one if it's not there. It says, okay, I really need that. And I'm thinking other people will need it too. You can create one. Any question on this feature? Good. Next, report a bug. Report a bug is also once you have a lot of, you use Sudowrite a lot and then something happened, like one day you are writing and everything goes well. You have your prose, your story, it's beautiful, and then the whole thing crash and your story disappear. That's a bug. You go in and you tell them, oh my God, I got a bug. And if you have a chance to answer all their questions, your email, your preferred emails, the browser you're using, everything is pre-populated already because they already know what you're using. The AI can get what you are using right now when you're writing. But to get more information, you enter it there. It says, I'm writing that romance and the scene was so nice. Oh my God, it's gone. Well, Sudowrite, more about that 99% of the chance is going to be able to go get your story back and bring it back to you because of the little bug. So it's very important when you have a bug, just let them know. Any question on that? Good. All right. Email them, simple. It's Sudowrite, hi@sudowrite.com. And your email account will open and you just go in. And that's how you get to email them directly. Or you can chat with them. There's also a chat that can open. You can tell them a bit here what you have and all that. The AI is going to help you as much as possible. Or you can say, please, I want to speak with a human. And if there's someone at Sudowrite at that point on call, they will answer you directly here. It's a very nice feature also. All right, we're done with that little interrogation point. Any question on any of those right now?
Chat is still clear.
Great, thank you, Thomas. The gear icon. All right, this is where you can see your account. Obviously, you can put your picture, you know how much credit you have left, you can buy credit, you can show your activity, you can manage your membership. Buy credit is once you get at 0, and he says, oh my God, I'm in my story. Sudowrite, I don't know, Thomas, they still give you some like 1,000 credit if you get at the end of a story and before you buy more. Do you know?
I'm pretty sure they do because this came up a couple days ago, and Michael said, "Oh, check," because normally, because someone had hit the end of their I can't remember if it was their trial period or their monthly period, and they said, "Oh, I just finished and I had just a little bit more to go." And Michael said, "Well, check. We normally give you a little extra." So yes, I think so.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. So I know if you're a member, definitely you get some.
Yes, it definitely does because I used it last month.
Super. Thank you so much, Shakes. So buy more credit, it's very easy. You click on it. These credit here, these roll over. So meaning you are like a day or two at the end of your subscription before they give you your new credit back and says, oh my God, I have no more. You can go and buy some. You can use as many as you want or be as reserved as you want on that. But it's like if you buy this one here, it says, okay, you use just 50,000 credit at that point, and you said, oh, okay. And then your new credit shows up. Your membership just renew and everything is good. You have a million credit, by example. And then you still have 550,000 that will stay in your account. These don't go out. Where's the fix? Okay, go back.
Somebody has a valid question here
Yes, go
about
ahead.
credits. The question is, do credits represent the amount of words?
No, they do not. The credit shows up like, how would I say that? Depending on the model we're using. As you know, Sudowrite doesn't just use ChatGPT. They use Claude. They use and Claude has different levels. Sonnet this, Sonnet that, which we're going to show you a little bit later on how they work. Also, the model, and some models are very very cheap, and like ChatGPT 0440 is a lot more expensive, by example. So it's not by word, it's by credit. And these, if you go here, I have plugins that I work with. And this here probably give me, I believe it was 1,500 words that I use, but you only use 872 credit as an example. And this is Sonnet. It's one of the, it's not the cheapest one. It's a good one to use, and you can tell that I use it a lot. So, and these are credit and not words. So it's something we're going to see more as we play with Sudowrite together in the next, might be a bit today, tomorrow, or definitely in the 3 days, we're going to see a lot more about the credit. I hope that answers your question, because credit is it's very hard to explain because it's different from all over the different model that we're using. Thank you. All right. Membership is where you put your credit card and you can choose the bidding is there. The membership, you can choose your membership. You can start at the basic, the $19, and this is the monthly version. You can upgrade or downgrade at any time. This one is I've been with Sudowrite for a long, long time, so mine is different, but it seems the same than this one, 2 extra as much. So we have what we call the grandfather clause kind of thing. Once we very, very long time with them, so your price don't change really. 50% off when you go yearly. So yearly is very, very nice. That's what I use quite a bit for myself. I'm on the yearly program, so professional version, and it just changed kind of from 1929. Where is it? 22 to 29. So you can see the difference between. So you can switch, you can upgrade, and you can cancel or pause your plan. You can manage your billing, or you can contact them if you have problem with your billing. So everything on the billing. Any question here? I signed up with the credit rollover option. When you sign up, you have to have a plan. And after that, you can buy the credit. You cannot just buy credit and use Sudowrite unless they change, but I strongly doubt it that they change that. You need to have your membership. So basically monthly you pay, and then when you need more credit, you buy credit on top. And at the end of the period, yes, at the end of the period of 12 months, sorry, I think the credit, it doesn't roll over after 12 months. Is that the one that doesn't roll over after 12 months? I know all our things here, if you have a lot of credit left after your 12 months period, they reset. So you have a whole year to use them in some of those membership. But the credit themselves, that's a good question. I don't have that answer if they kind of go off after a year. Does that answer your question, or is that Thomas answer the question there? Any question on that?
I took a crack at it, but it hasn't been around for a year, so nobody knows.
Yeah.
I mean, but it does say in the language that only for 12 months. And of course, they've already answered the question about it must be an active membership several times.
Yeah, that's one thing I have to be very careful because I have a lot of credit, and after a year, they're going to reset. So before the year end, I have to use all my credit. But the one we buy on the side, the rollover one, that's a good question because we know that's the one here that's rollover, and it's user credit rollover for 12 months. These one here, they don't roll over those one here, only the max one. But the one we buy on the side, those one, it's a good question. I don't know if they stay longer than 12 months. So that's a question we can ask later. All right, let's get back in. Now we just got the reset, or actually got on only. Oh, come on. I'm too fast on the clicking. All right, let's finish this little gear here. So billing is there. You can start a tour. I'm not going to start the tour. It's basically the same thing than the other one, that having all the information you're looking for, how to use Sudowrite and all that stuff. Then you have your logout. Now, the font. Not everyone likes to use Time Romance. They want to use different font. I like the Merriweather. It's my favorite font to use. And this one, I don't know if anyone on call is dyslexic. I know someone who is, and I show him, and he says it wasn't easier for him. Is it for you? Is it easier for you to use this, Shakes?
No, I hate it.
Okay. I was wondering.
No, it doesn't work for me either. I mean, I clicked on it because I'm dyslexic, but it was easier for me to read and use Merriweather, so I stayed with it. I took it off.
Okay, perfect. So my friend wasn't crazy either. So that's a good point to figure out, because is it really working these way or not? You can choose your size of writing. So basically, it's not these one here which is going to change size. It's the inside when you're working. So even if I get this here, it won't get bigger here. It's when you are inside to the right and working inside the boxes that the letter is going to get bigger. If you need bigger spacing between your phrase, your text, this is right here, you change that. Excuse me. Then next is our themes. Right now I'm in the sorbet themes. We can change at the color that it's easier for your eyes. Because we all know that staying hours on the computer, our neck, our eyes, it's getting hard on us. So use the color that's easier for your eyes as you work. So we have beautiful colors, and at night it's nice to have the darker colors. I'm going to go back to sorbet.
Can I just say here that the colors for someone with dyslexia, because I have a color code for backgrounds that makes me be able to read better. So the color changes sometimes does help me, especially the more mauve colors, the pinky and the lilac-y colors.
So like the sorbet, it's easier for you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. Next is the show your word count. It's once we are in the project, the word count will show up on top here. And this one is indenting between paragraph. I always leave it off, but I saw a few writers who put it on and they like to have a bigger space between their paragraph as they work. Then we have the affiliation. So you can go in, fill up the information, get your link, and send the link to your friends so they can become a Sudowrite user like you. And obviously you're getting paid for it. Any question on our little gear? You know, we are here just for learning every single little thing. All right, we good? Perfect. All right.
Clear.
Is introducing my voice is up for everyone. Is everyone has this on their computer, on their Sudowrite, or is it still not roll over to all people?
I have it, but then I'm on the beta list.
Okay, so it's still on the beta. Thomas, that's still in beta? Okay, so I'm not going to use it right now, but on the third days, I probably will show you a bit about introducing my voice. So, but because not everyone has it, I don't want to just tease you and then we keep on going and says, oh my God, I don't have it. So
Yeah.
let's work on something everyone has.
Sorry about that. Yeah, as far as I know, it's still in beta.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas. I'm also going to show you the plugin, not today, but I'm going to definitely showing you the plugin on the third day. You're going to have a lot of fun with that because I love plugins. I just don't put a lot of information on my plugins, and often enough I don't publish them. I keep them for myself. Like yesterday, Thomas, were you on the class with the plugin? Because we had a class yesterday on plugin, and I was asking, is anyone else made a plugin to do recipes book? And there's only
Yeah. I thought that was you because the name was different.
Yeah, I have two accounts. I was on the other account. So I made a plugin to make recipes book chapter by chapter. And the only other plugin for making recipes was a barmaid kind of plugin. So it was very interesting when she actually tried it because there's a lot of information in my plugin. There is safety and everything else. So I will show you that tomorrow or the next day, how I make plugins. And let's keep on going. The delete folder here is once you have one of your project is done, or you say this is not a project I will ever finish, you don't like it, you can delete it. So if you take a project like this one with just there's 0 words, you click on this here, you can click delete. Delete it, it goes in the delete folder and everything goes to move. You open your delete folder. If there's anything in the delete folder that you says, oh my God, I put it in the delete folder by mistake, you can go and restore. And it's going to come back up as we did here. If you did it again, you can go back in, it's going in. You can permanently delete it. Once you did that, game over. They cannot go back and get it for you. So completely, you want to make sure, are you sure? Yes or not? So you can check inside before you delete it. Check inside. Seems like there's nothing inside. It doesn't even want to open. Sometimes we have to do a small recess. It doesn't want to open. What happened? Okay, so completely delete. Yes, I'm sure. Oh, even a countdown. Cute. I learned something. You have a countdown for the deleting folder. All right, any question on that? All good? All right. The live class is, if you're here today, you definitely got into our Luma and you did log in and you asked for the class. Yes, you have to go to every class, click on every single one to say, I want to go in the class. So you have to go in every single one and click register. And you get to do it for every class. And you can see we have a pretty nice August month. September also started. We're supposed to have some of the language, which it hasn't been put up yet. So I have to make sure he's putting that, the international language classes. But this is where all your classes are. Any question on that, Luma? Good. Let's close this guy. Again, join our community, same thing and earlier. You can join Discord the same way than earlier. Close this, continue to Discord as we did up here. So we're not going to do it twice again. The manual, same thing that what we have up here. When we had the manual, same thing here. You can have the manual here. And then they have their YouTube channel. Full of information, the YouTube channel. So we have all our math science, Miss Lynn, Lauren, and quite a few more people. I'm sure Nicole is around here, and a few more. We have tons and tons and tons of classes. So there's no way that you cannot find what you're looking for to help you. So Sudowrite on YouTube. All right. I got through this screen. Perfect. Any question on that screen before I move on? Are we doing in the chat?
Chat's clear.
Perfect. Okay. So we want to start a new project. We click new. Everyone knows how to do that. Once we get in here, we have these little buttons, and then we have our laser tool on top. You can change, this is your project. They always give you a number because there's so many projects at some point we have. So I have like 173 projects in my folder. You can change the name. So for a deep start for today, that would be the name of my project. So I can change the name that way. So just double click and change the name you want. Next, this one here. This is your screen, your little panel where you work, where all the stuff you're going to do when you write your project, no matter if you bring a project in, if you start a project in it, it's where it starts. This is an empty folder here where you can see here is the chapter generator. There's titles that can go here. You also have a typewriter here, which telling you it's the chapter generator. If you click on it, that disappears. The backend becomes in. This beats is going to work once we get the story Bible going. I think there's other way to use it too. I'm pretty sure John figured out a way to work the beats without having the story engine open. So if you want to know more about that, I'm sure John may have a class on how to use it without even the story Bible. You can also close it with the X button. So the space on the left, I have to see that. The space on the left is untitled and are basically chapters, right? Yes and no. And that's what I'm going to show you right now. This is a folder, or this is basically a writing part. So here you can write anything you want to write. You can give it a title, or often enough, if you write something that makes sense, it's going to give you a title. And as you can see right now, just by highlighting a few words, I got Describe showing up. Sorry. And Describe is one of your laser tools. But right here on the side, you have Quick Edit. And I'm going to send you to Quick Edit right now because I need something to write. And I have no idea what I want to write about right now. So this part here, Quick Edit, if you click on it, sorry. Quick Edit is once you have something written, you can tell it, I like to change the way it's written. You can chat with it. I'm going to show you that. But first, we're going to find something to write about. I'm going to use what we call the quick chat. And I want to point out here that little button. That little button here When it's off, it means this is free. If I turn it on, it's going to use credit. So when it's off, it's going to use ChatGPT, but the free version. When it's on, it's going to use the one which uses credit. Not sure which one is going to use. I'm not sure if it's 4.4.0 or another one, but it's going to use credit. And it's also sometimes more intelligent, or most of the time, depending on the question you're going to ask. It's going to be having more information than the free version. It's all depending on how you work with it. So let's keep it at free. Let's go to the quick chat. And let's say we are in class today and we want to have a small story. And I'm very polite with quick chat. Always have been. Let's see what it's going to give me there. Of course, tell me more about the story you have in mind. What theme or character would you like to include? Any idea? Any idea what we want? What kind of themes we like to write about? A small story.
American politics.
Injustice, corruption.
Oh my God. American. Is that going to go together? Injustice. Oh, he didn't like it. Injustice what? Corruption.
Corruption.
Here's my thing don't work.
With some romance.
You asked for themes, right?
Yeah, seems
Okay.
that's a really long one.
So you're getting other suggestions like lost children, brother and sister on a magical island. That wouldn't be theme. That would be more like premise, right?
Yeah, we put there some character. Was put brother and sister as character. Come on. And sisters. All right, let's go with this. What it's going to tell me. And I know there's an error in this, but let's see what it's going to do. Got it. How about a story where two siblings, a brother and a sister, find themselves on opposite sides of a corrupt political scandal? Maybe one of them is a passionate activist fighting against the corruption, while the other is unknowingly involved in the injustice. To add a twist, we can introduce a romantic subplot where one of the siblings develops feeling for someone directly connected to the corruption. What do you think about that? Do we like that?
I really like that.
Marvelous.
Great. So by the synopsis of the story, please. What is it going to give us? In the midst of the turbulent world of American politics, two siblings, Alex and Mia, find themselves caught in a web of corruption and injustice. Alex, a passionate activist dedicated to fighting against the corruption system, discovered that Mia, his sister, is unknowingly entangled in the very scandal he is working to expose. Oh, that's a nice twist. As the siblings navigated their conflicting roles in the unfolding political drama, Alex finds himself drawn to a mysterious individual, Sarah, who is linked to the corruption that threatened to tear their family apart. As the stake rise and loyalty are tested, Alex and Mia must confront the harsh reality of power, betrayal, and the unexpected twists of romance amidst the chaos of American politics. Do we like that?
It's good.
It's good? Good. So here we have those thumbs up and thumbs down. We like this. So far, you give us a lot of good information. Thumbs up. You can say why you like it, or just go like that. So, as far as I know, we still don't have a button to copy our information. So take it, highlight it, copy it. And we can close that. And here where I put a bunch of blah, 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 I'm going to pass our little story. It should give us a title. There we go. It gave us automatically a title. Inactive tab gets a new look. Okay, I don't need that. Perfect. So we have a little bit of our story started. Now we can work with that. What can we do with this? What do you think? You are brand new to Sudowrite. What do you want to do with that? What's the next step?
Write out characters.
You want to do what with the character? Sorry.
Oh, describe the characters maybe in more detail.
All right. So where's our character? Alex and Mia. How can we do this here? We can keep ask this here, or we can ask more information. We can ask the description too. You see this word here, describe? Let's see if we can describe Alex and Mia. We click describe. And here on the side is going to give us the site of Alex and Mia. Remarkably alike with jet black hair and piercing blue eyes. I really like that piercing thing. Blue eyes that seems to reflect their intensity and their passion and dedication. Alex carries himself with confidence and determined demeanor, while Mia express often reveal a mixture of curiosity and concern. Alex and Mia are both in their early 20s. So we have what they look like. We even have how they smell, the smell of sweat. And adrenaline seems to cling to the siblings, a result of their tireless works in the heated and fast-paced world of politics. Okay, we have, oh my God, how they taste. Alex and Mia often share meals together, fueled with their intense discussion with bites of rich, flavorful foods. The taste of coffee linger on their tongue, keeping them alert and focused. Then we can figure out how they touch. The touch of them. Alex's hand grip tightly into his phone as he scrolled through endless news articles and social media posts. His finger tap with fervor. Mia's hands are often stained with ink from countless hours of note-taking and researching, a small reminder of her determination. Then we have two metaphors. They were like two sides of a single coin, each holding a different shade of fire and determination in their hearts. Despite their difference, they were fiercely loyal to each other and united in their fight against the corrupt forces that threatened to tear them apart. So this is how the describe works. Now, not everyone wants to know how they taste or how they smell. You got to come here. The describe here has those toggle. You can take them off. So I don't want to know how they taste. I really like to know how it sounds, but that one wasn't there. They didn't give us the sound. They gave us the touch, taste, smell, but not sound. So we're going to have to get them to give us how they sound. And what I mean by that is how they speak. So we're going to have to get this part. The touch, it was not too bad. The metaphor, it's nice to have. The smell may be a bit too much, but we know it. So this is how you can remove on off to get more description on things like Mia and Alex, or on the trees, or on the city. It's describe whatever you want to be described, and you can have some very funny description sometime. So this is how we can describe the people here. So if you like any of the information, like how they look, you can thumbs up, thumbs down. You can star it too, because there's things sometimes says, okay, I like the information, but I'm not going to use it right now. You can also put them in the star, and having less information in that bar, because that bar can get really packed at some point. Sorry. So for me, it says, okay, I like to use that in the future, how they look. The smell, not so much, but it might be useful. This part here about if they have a sex scene, maybe we get some information which is important about how his tongue tastes like coffee. Okay. And then one thing I don't like too much is Alex Mia share meals together. So we have two of those. The smell, the taste. So let's see, I don't like this one. You thumbs it down. And the touch didn't really impress me. It's having good information. I mean, it has callous hands and things like that, but that's okay. So we see the site. Let's insert this. Now we have more information on what they look like. What's your inside of it here? Remember that piercing blue eyes? This is nice to have once, maybe twice in the story, but not all the time. So what we suggest is to remove those and use it or add it as we go when we write the story with the Sudowrite. So things like these little words, how we call these little words? Those pesky little words. How we call them?
What little words?
Like piercing.
Do you mean like
cliche?
Yeah,
cliche? Yeah.
you got it. Good job. So
Who is that? Shakes? Thanks for the assist.
Yeah, those cliche. We have things like in the plugin to remove the cliche, because the AI really love cliche. You see the piercing, how many times we have it? In 3 paragraphs. In every paragraph, we had the piercing. So you can tell that once you are in the story, it's a lot of piercing. So you take it off and you can add your own information. If you like the piercing though, oh, it's not going to give it back. The undo doesn't work. It should have worked. Normally you can go back and undo and get your words back, but you take it out. So that's something that I could tell them in my information here. Report a bug. We report a bug together. The undo did not work. Reframe is that. Normally, as we click on it, they will be able to come to this project because they have the URL, and you just submit. And they say thank you, and you can keep on working. So they will fix it to make sure the undo works. This is how we do a bug. All right, now we have a story. We have a small synopsis of story. We know how to get more description on the character. We're just scratching the surface, and I know we have 5 minutes before 1 o'clock. So what I want to show you on this bar here, as you can tell here, this is our work project. This is the information we're going to put about our story, and we're going to put a lot of information about it. Where is it? What year it is? How they speak? Everything will come in this here. but it's going to get also all our chapter of our books in this part here. So what I like to do, because I suffer from PTSD and I like to have a lot of things in order, I'm going to add a folder. And in my folder, I'm going to double click and I'm going to put down my notes for the story. All right. And this here, it's my notes for my story. So I'm going to just click on it and drag it until I see that circle around the folder, and now it's inside the folder. All right. Once we do chapter, you understand why it's fun to have these things like that, because our chapter can be linked and unlinked to our story as we come into the story Bible. So any question before I'm kind of losing people, that the one who's working only have 1 hour to stay with us. Any question?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
You mentioned that we could put our own manuscript in it.
Yes.
How do you adjust that? Like if you want to adjust certain writings within your manuscript.
The same way that I just did with this here. So your manuscript, you can bring it in. You go here. You can, where's the import button? We can export. We can import right here.
Okay.
So if your manuscript is in Word, you can import your document inside Sudowrite. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I already have it inputted, but I didn't know how I could like rearrange certain sentences if Sudowrite does that within my manuscript.
Yes, absolutely. So let's see if we can get a manuscript here going. I have to go in my other one. I'm going to see if I can open one of my manuscripts. Not sure if it's going to get, no. I don't think I have any in the Word document. So I would have to go into a Word document. We have one Word document in here. RTF. Okay. So the RTF got in, and one of my story just got brought in. 29,000 words. Because I brought it in, I can highlight it and I can use everything. Does that answer your question?
I believe so, yeah.
All right. Just for fun, let's see if we can get a picture as we are here, and you can tell this is something I just brought in. You know this little word here, visualize, as a closing for the hours. I'm going to show you how to use visualize. Is one of my favorite things. I'm asking a visualize of Alice, which is a young adult story that I wrote. It's okay, taking a bit of slow time, but we're going to get an image showing up very, very soon. There we go. So this is the image for the little paragraph that I highlighted from my own story that we just import into Sudowrite. And again, was 29,000 words. If you like the image, click on save. It's going to open in much bigger. And that gives you, some people like to see their story in image, and that's also spark a lot of imagination. So this is how you can get these image, and everything you do in Sudowrite is yours. You have your own copyright, that's yours. Nobody can take it away from you. Understood? So in your story, you have this little image here. It says, okay, if I'm doing a story and I want to copy everything and bring it into a program, I can insert it here. And that gives you also an idea of your story as you go. And you have all your 29,000 words. So you know it's not just one chapter. We have chapter 5 and we go on. And you can get everything done right here. You can fix everything from your book, your manuscript right in here. You can divide it. You can, all the tools at your disposal. That answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Good. Any more question? We are on the hour.
Jamie has
the visual system consistent in terms of characters or random?
What you asking me if Sudowrite has?
Like you know, you have two characters in that image. If you were to continue the story, would they be the same looking characters or would it be random characters?
They will be the same character. So
Cool.
we're going to get that story expanded. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you to take this. We're going to expand it. We're going to use the information we have here. We're going to expand that story with location, the way they speak, everything we want to add to the story, we're going to do it. And I'm going to bring you into Story Bible, and I'm going to also show you how to use Canvas. So, yes, Story Bible is, yes, go ahead.
I just want to go for clarification here because I think with visualize, the question is, are those two characters going to look the same? Like, are they going to have continuity? Was that the question?
Yes.
Okay, no. That's not the tricks that if I have time to show you deeply how to use the AI to produce similar to very close picture of the same character. You have to learn to speak to the AI. So you're going to have the description, the very, very particular description of each character and each image you're going to want to produce with Visualize. You got to bring that information inside it. And I will even more, once you do that, there is part of Visualize, and I'm going to show you right now. See Visualize, you can see it right now on the screen, but as you go, it's going to disappear. There we go. So we have 121, so it's 100 words for Visualize to show up. 101 word, it's gone on that one. But because if you have the same character and you have all the information about the character, you need a lot more than that. So if I take that much information, by example, now we have 400 words, and we still want to have Visualize, and says, okay, Alice is that. She has her orange hair, they curly, they go to her shoulder, a red dress with polka dots, all the information that the AI needs to be as close as possible to your character. You cannot do it because you only have 100 words with the first one. But if you go in the plugin here and you go all the way to the bottom, you have Visualize. And this one can use up to 1,000 words, I believe. Yes, Thomas?
Okay, so Erna has a good question, and it might be something you've already done.
Go ahead.
So she says she wants to know if she can put pictures of her grandchildren in a fairy tale illustration. She wants to make a personalized children book for her grandchildren.
Okay. I don't think we have the possibility to bring picture inside Sudowrite, but you take the story made in Sudowrite and the picture of your children, you use something like vellum. This is vellum. This is what I use to write all my books. Hold on, I'm trying to get this down here. I'm fighting with the top of my screen. This is my vellum. And I'm going to close this, see if I can show you a bit better. So these are all the story that I have written and they've been published. Okay. And let's see, Twinkle. All right, this is my book on vellum. These stories, I use Sudowrite to write them. I got my cover. I got image that was done by Sudowrite, and I bring them inside my books like this. So once you get your story done in Sudowrite and you have the picture of your children, bring them into where you're going to publish your book. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I don't think we can bring a picture. I never tried to bring a picture, so I don't know if I can see if I can have a picture on picture. Let's see if we can do it. We are here to learn and we're all together. So this is my grandfather. So let's copy this. Let's see if we can pass that.
I wish Jade was still here because this is something Jade does.
Well,
You
the
can-
answer is no.
I was gonna say she's figured out ways of bringing pictures in, but when she leaves and comes back into the projects, a lot of times they're not there.
Yeah, because I just tried to bring my granddad in and it doesn't
Yeah.
work. So,
Yeah, so even if
try that way. Going to try it this way.
so yeah, even if you think you're
No.
even if you think it's works, you're still sort of just playing with fire.
Yeah,
As far as saving it.
it's not working. So this is the story of my granddad I'm going to write next week. So I cannot bring an image from the outside. If there is a way, then we can ask. But I don't see why you would bring a picture from the outside into Sudowrite, because Sudowrite is there for writing, it's not there for publishing. Now remember, we use over 400 words. This one was like 100 words. This one was 400 words. Once you use a lot of words, it's going to try to make a story with all the words. And don't try to read it. It's all gibberish. But you can tell it tried to take all the sentence and make image. And Alice kind of look like the same in those. So that's another trick there sometimes, that having all your image in one big domain, and it's going to give you a big kind of cartoon style box with all the image and similar character like this here. That's one other way that you can do it. All right. So we are 8 minutes past the hour. And I
have a quick question. The Zoom meeting we're doing, will we be able to go back and watch it?
It's all recorded.
Okay.
It's all recorded, and I'm going to put my notes also into the document. I'm going to pass it back again. Inside here. There you go, copy. My computer is a bit slow, everyone. So I'm going to work on my notes, and you're going to have all the notes of what we did today, plus a lot of information that we're going to work on. All right. So for today, I'm stopping right here, and tomorrow we're going to get that story open up and visit every way we can fix it, change it, and answer all your questions. I hope I didn't go too fast today. It was at a good pace for you guys to learn a lot and comfortable. So I thank you very much for being with me.
The pace was very good.
Super. I'm very happy. Hopefully I see you tomorrow at the same time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're absolutely